Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. It is pretty nice down here in Georgia. Honey had to put on just a little bit of makeup, just a little bit. But I wanted to kind of jump on here because, and thank you to a lot of people was reaching out to me saying whatever they were saying on Twitter. I am not a Twitter girl because I don't like Elon Musk. So I'm just not Twitter. And I don't think I've ever actually gotten into Twitter. But yes, I was able to go over there and I saw, what the heavenly fans were saying. And I mean, y'all got to understand this, when you are a fan of somebody, a lot of times you'll go with whatever they do and say just because you are fan, a fan. So fans are really weird. I mean, they are. But just to touch on, the video that I said that they broke up. Well, isn't it interesting? I'm lying, but yet, as soon as that video posted, now all of a sudden they're in Honolulu or Jamaica or wherever the hell they in. But let me just throw this out there. I can post a video in 2 minutes that says I'm at the airport. I'm not at the airport, but sometimes you got to use a little critical thinking skills. And again, fans are fans, but if you guys give into account of pretty much everything Heavenly has said and Quad has been lies and fraud. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm going to show you all with the records that I pulled. I blotted out all her information so you guys can see that there is no Rolls Royce. Well, there is. She just don't have one. So y'all, we're going to jump into that right now.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Yes.
Yes, because I got the receipts. It just, on time, all the time, you don't necessarily have to show a receipt. Like some things should be common sense. But because, and I'm doing this courtesy of the dentist. So since the dentist want to be reposting somebody calling me a lie, now I got to put the receipts out. See, I wasn't going to do it. I just said what it was. I didn't need to bring the paperwork. But since the dentist, you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have reposted, or whatever the lies you were saying. I said what I said, and I meant it. Y'all can try to cover up these fake storylines and these lies. This renter boyfriend, and I'm just going to expose the facts, like what I'm getting ready to do right now. So what we're about to see right now, guys, I'm going to show y'all this. I'm going to try to go as quickly as possible because y'all don't like long videos. And I don't like them either. But what I'm going to show you guys is a report. I have redacted telephone numbers, addresses. It was a lot of information for me to redact. It is a very long report. But what I'm going to show you, and you'll see at the end, this report shows all of the assets that a person would have. If you would register a car, you would register in your name. If you would own a property, you would register that in your name. If you would own a business, you would register these things in your name. When you do that, people like me can look it up. So what I'm going to prove to you guys is everything that you should have already knew. You can be a fan of somebody and not be dumb, because if you all think that this woman received a Rolls Royce, and I don't even know, I think what are like 700,000 or something like that, depending on what you put on it or how souped up your vehicle is. If you think King gave her a Rolls Royce, you smoking ganja, whatever ganja is. So let's kind of get into this video right now, okay? Because I'm going to show y'all something, and you're going to be able to see for yourselves. Now, what I'm going to show you is a property report. Like I said, this is Quadwebb Webb. It looks like a slight misspelling, but that's okay because it's her. Okay. So what I did is like I said, I redacted, and I spent a lot of time redacting this report because my printer didn't work. So I had to go and take it and print it and all of that. So I'm just proving to you all that y'all been hoodwinked and bamboozled, okay? So this is, Quad's name. She's 43, birthday May. She was born in 1981. So this is her. You can see that on the screen, right? You see possible relatives. You even see Dr. G's name on there because they were married before. So you see even the associations of her name. Now, all of this stuff that you're seeing on the screen is irrelevant. And it just says, okay, these are the associates of Quad. Because again, this report, it uses a bunch of different information. These could have been people she lived with. It could very well be her relatives. All of that is irrelevant. You even see Dr. G's name on there because, they used to be married before. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. These are just people associated with Quad. We show, they say her social security number was established in 1983. She was born in, what does it say? It says her social was issued in Tennessee. We don't care about that. This shows contact information, possible telephone number, even have her email address, which I blotted all of that out. This right now talks about where she lives. Now she has a property in Marietta, which, they feature that on the show. Now, what you guys see blotted out, these are a bunch of other addresses associated with Quad, which don't really matter. She doesn't live at any of those addresses, but if she lived there before, or if she was associated, maybe had mail there to come there, anything, it will show up on that report. But I'm going a little bit fast because all of that information is actually irrelevant. I want to get to the point where you guys see she does not own a Rolls Royce. Okay, so let's keep going. This lists criminal and traffic, anything, she would have had, considering the county that I use. So I didn't go extra far. I'm just proving a point that she doesn't have a Rolls Royce registered to her. Okay, it's a lie. Okay. This just talks about, her arrest. We talked about that. Aggravated assault, yada, yada. It don't matter. We already talked about that. Okay, so this talks about businesses. Remember I said with this report, it is going to give your information, who you're associated with, your assets. So a business that she owned would be an asset of hers. And you guys remember some of these businesses. If you remember Picture Perfect Pulp, if you guys remember, she did the dog thing. I remember that from just watching the show. Again, I blotted out the addresses and all of that. Now, she also established a business with 𝐼𝐡, which is the goofy that she had on the show running against Dr. G. You guys can see that they have some business or something that they just established, which is clearly, obviously he ain't got access to the money, because if he did, he wouldn't be trying to build with her. He would already can't build. This is a builder dude. Okay. So we're going to keep going because we're not talking about king or queen, which is the way he acted in his previous video. We are simply looking for assets. Okay. So we're going to keep going. Quad got all these businesses that she owned, but I guess it ain't bringing in no money, but let's keep going. Now we talk about employment history. This is stuff, where she worked, or even places where she listed that she worked. Okay. 2 companies. Now, this talks about license that, she would have. Let's say if she was a real estate agent, maybe she sold insurance, or maybe, I know they said she was a pharmaceutical sales rep. I guess you don't need a license for that. Excuse me, because it would be here even if that license was expired. Okay. So we're going to keep it going. Now, this talks about finances. Now we're getting into the meat and the potatoes. Okay. This talks about she was evicted at some point. Okay. That's no biggie. I guess that, some point, bad stuff do happen to people. It don't matter. It says it happened in about 2010, which is around the time that Mariah told us. Remember, if y'all remember that, but anywho, now we're getting into the point of this video. assets. Now, y'all see on the screen where it says assets. Okay, what does Quad actually own? Okay, this is that property in Marietta. And actually, let's stop. So I want to show y'all something. Okay, so this is her property in Marietta. I have the address, but I did blot it out. But I want to show y'all this so that y'all, cause some of y'all be acting a little different. But I want to show y'all this so that y'all can see that there's nothing fake about this. Okay, this is Quad's house. This is the house that, you know, that we watch or you guys watch on the show. I you know, blew it up so it doesn't show her address. That's the house. You know, that's it. That's the house. I'm just proving to y'all that, I mean, I know this information. I'm just not going to show the lady address. But this is the house. Although you see, if you guys go to her story, that's it. That's the back of the house. Just kind of showing y'all that this is the house. So the address, again, I blotted it out. This is the property. Okay, so just wanted to show y'all that. But let's get back into the report. Okay. So this is, like I said, this is the address, the home that I just showed you. That is the property, which, I mean, she took out a mortgage, I don't know, 1.7 million. Okay, pretty nice house. Maybe a little bit too big for a single woman, but hey, buy what you like. Now, the like I was saying, the purpose of this, it shows you what the person owns. Obviously, you don't own nothing that ain't in your name, right? We know this. If somebody buys us something and they keep it in their names, it is actually theirs, okay? So that is the purpose of this video. Okay, so we see her property right here. That property in Marietta, which I just showed y'all the pictures of it. All right, so we're going to keep it going. It's still talking about that party. It talks about the previous owner. She bought it from somebody named James. Okay, we're going to keep it going because all of that is pretty much irrelevant. Now it talks about a property number 2 that she owned. She had another property in Tennessee. That's where she's from. Okay, that makes sense, right? Okay. And now if you guys can see on the report, her name is corrected because originally it said I think it says QUD or something, but you guys can see it's spelled right now. So I don't know what that was all about, but that's why I said that it's still her. Okay, so this is just shows ownership, other property that she had, which was in Tennessee. Now keep in mind, we are in the assets part, okay? We're in the assets part. This is the report, okay? So this is the ownership, and there is no car ownership, none. So there is nothing that shows she owns this car. So what does that mean? It's simple. She don't own it. Like, it's simple. Now, why are they on this show saying that he bought her a car? Well, you know exactly why they're on this show saying that he bought her a car. It's simply because, I mean, do y'all know why? Let's let Sweet Tea tell us. Let's see what she says.
What happened afterwards, but I hope that he sweeps her off her feet.
What was your reaction to him surprising Quad with her own Rolls Royce?
You know, he rents cars. You know, I don't know if that's really true, but okay, whatever.
Okay, so I mean, she don't know if it's really true. Nobody knows is it really true because it doesn't seem to be true. It doesn't. I have pulled the records because, I mean, I already knew this, but I just brought the records for y'all because, you know, I don't know, I guess since I be lying and making up shit, you know, I just wanted to show y'all the proof. There's no cars. Now, she does own the property. And then it showed that she owned another property in Tennessee. No Rolls Royce. In fact, it had no ownership of no car. So it brings into question, you know, I don't know, where is her car? I mean, she has some DUIs. Maybe, maybe she can't operate a car. Who knows? But she don't have a car registered to her. It showed no car at all. So what y'all gonna say now? Y'all saw the report. Put your email in my chat if you want it. I send you the whole entire report. I just can't show it on YouTube because in all actuality, it is public information. Like, it's nothing on there that you couldn't get yourself. So I'm not doing anything that you couldn't do. I'm not doing anything that you could not do on your own. But it makes me think of this right here.
By her even saying that my reactions to the demise of our friendship is fake.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to redo that because I don't think y'all heard it. Let me just stop that again because I don't think it showed. Let me reshare again.
Meanings behind words. Now you can God all you want and act like the victim. I'm not a victim, sweetie. No, I'm not a victim. I'm stand up in the truth. And I will. I will. Quad the fraud. Really?
Well, I'm, Quad the fraud. I mean, it's looking really fraudulent. If you brought a man on the show, it's questionable if this is your man. And now you got a Rolls Royce, but we don't find any ownership. Let me drink this. It's looking very fraudulent. Can't even talk. Fraudulent. It looks, well, it is, because girl, you don't own a car, let alone a Rolls Royce. Why don't you own a car? Well, I can take a guess based on what I found. Her mortgage is about, I think it said like $17,000. So if I had to pay $17,000 a month, and the taxes is about $25,000 a year. So think about it. She's paying a lot of money out. Don't buy a car, but there is no proof that she actually owns a Rolls Royce. So a man buys you a car, allegedly presents it on camera, but there is no record of ownership. Please respond with the registration and proof that you actually own this vehicle, because it is all fake. It is all a facade, and it simply is not true. It's not true. Let's get into this video clip.
Legacy with them, saying I did drugs. That is not my life. I did drugs. I've never done drugs. I created this
I didn't like
show.
that.
So that's not the way you take me out of my legacy. Not what my kid. This is also my children's legacy. It's about generational wealth and creating something where they can see years and be proud of. How can I be proud of something I created as being the first African American woman to create a show on Bravo, star in it, and executive produce it? How can I be proud of it and tell my children to watch when they're accusing me of drugs? How dare them? How fucking dare them? I did it to go against that. We have enough shows doing that. That is not my life, and that is not my vice. This is my vice. If they...
Hi, my name is Darwin.
Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Mariah said it best. Quad is a liar. Quad is a fraud. And she simply just makes shit up. It's the reason why her and Dr. Heavenly is so close, because they hoodwinking y'all. And y'all people that's fans of these sorts of people, how do you be a fan to somebody that's telling you a whole bunch of effing lies? Now, if a person is, not choosing to reveal to you you know, some of their, whatever it is, that's different. But to present to you a whole lie and then try to spin you like you stupid, yeah, I don't know what that is. But again, I wanted to come on here to show y'all that this mess is an entire lie. The car is a lie. She doesn't own this Rolls Royce. It doesn't exist. Again, if you guys would like a copy of the report, go ahead and drop your email address in my chat and I'll send you the whole report. But the fact of the matter is Quad is a fraud. I mean, she's phony. All of this is simply for the show. Now, I get it. I know, you know, they may have to, you know, do some things to make it entertaining, but the whole damn show is fake and phony and the storylines is made up. Quad don't have a Rolls Royce. We don't even believe this is her real man. Okay.